Today I would like to give some indications on different steps towards the way to self-knowledge, to being, which is our primal nature. So like a fruit, who is first flower, then green, then ripe, no one step is higher than another. Each one has its own value. So it's important to not judge ourselves where we find ourselves right now. It keeps changing, evolving. Sometimes we go back. So it's a play of contraction, expansion, evolution. Towards that being, which is not in the evolution, because evolution needs time and space to evolve. So the first state of human being is a state of being a victim of the world, victim of others. The world makes me happy or unhappy, others also. So I'm totally dependent on that, and I live as a victim from others and the world. When the fruit is ripe enough at this stage, there is enough suffering, because usually we don't know even that we are stuck, prisoner in this stage, because there is no light on it, there is no consciousness. So we are just like little ant crawling here and there and lost and complaining, being happy, complaining as a victim without being aware of it. But when the fruit is getting more mature, so there is some suffering. Suffering brings light of consciousness on it, and to see I can't stay in that state as a victim. It's too much. I've been there for so long. It was my natural state, I thought so, but now I realize, oh my God, I can't stay anymore there. So I would shift to the next, which is to be a creator, to do positive affirmation, intention, mantra, transformation. From a negative ego, I become a positive ego, which is a beautiful step to go through. So this is also beautiful, but limited, because it still depends on the world, others, because my happiness depends still on outer objects and people. So this has also its limitation. Also, it's a much more beautiful stage in life. So when I realize that, I will learn slowly to let go of myself and to feel that life is working through me. I'm like a channel. So it's a kind of dying, letting go of I, and feeling like, oh, I give space to life and to surrender to life. All this step is very beautiful. Also, each has its own beauty. So it feels much more free, but still it is limited, because there is someone who needs to surrender, someone who has to be a channel to let the space in, and so on. So even that becomes too much at a point, which brings to the next stage, to the fourth, which is not a state, which is our own self, being, which is not in doing anything. That's why we say doing nothing is the highest it can get. In a good sense, in the sense that my nature is not in doing. Doing is in time and space. Doing needs time and space. It is absolute support for doing. But for being, there is no need of time and space. Being is satisfied in itself, wants nothing, is just contented naturally. That's my natural state. But in the previous stages, because I could not recognize that, what I am, I was searching for that happiness through actions. First, as a victim, I was depending on happiness when it comes. Oh, the world, someone behave like this, then I can get happiness. And then it's gone. I totally dependent on others. Then, second stage, I can act on that to get some more happiness. I have some power on that to get happiness through action. What I want to do in life, what makes me happy. So it's a still egotic state, but which is more luminous, positive. And then we shift toward more serving the world, serving others, but we still, as this channel, a sense of I'm getting happiness out of that. So it's a much more evolved state, but it's still a subtle egotic behavior, which is not bad, of course, but we can recognize that still it is there like that. That's how when we can also see that when there is more light of consciousness on that, then I can recognize, oh, that's still looking for advantage somewhere. So it's just a question of how much light is there on each stage of development. So where am I right now? I just look. I don't need to comment, to judge, no commentary, just bring my own light on where I feel I am right now. And I can also look more precisely in which area of life I am more in this stage or this stage. It can be different. In my personal life, I can be miserable, more like a victim, or in my job, I can be really like a creator and a different field of life. My livelihood, I can recognize how I feel about this or that. Again, it's not to judge myself and not to put myself into box. It's just recognizing. And what is more important is not even what is recognized, it is the light itself. When I become aware that I am that light who light up the world. Like Jesus said, you are the light of the world. That's the consciousness you are, who bring light to all the objects in the world. Without this light, there is no world, no objects. So, in each stage, the light is growing. As a victim, there is not much light. As a creator, there is more light of consciousness. As a channel, serving the world, it's more light. And being is, you could say, even beyond light, because it's just the nature, the natural state. They call it in Yasaj, our natural state. So this is coming back and forth. We move on through this evolution and through different fields of our life. So nothing is wrong, nothing is bad. Just, I was pointing to that, just to look at it and have this awareness that above all, what is important is the light I bring on all of that. So thank you for listening. You can like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will see you very soon. Thank you.